Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's me, Jester here. I just wanted to say happy 2025, people. We made it. Another year. Just wanted to let you know that I have been sick for a little bit. That's why I haven't been streaming. But I will be back soon. As of right now, I am actually taking a little break after being sick. I figured since I was sick during Christmas, I deserve a little bit more of a break, but I'm making this video in the meantime, just to spice some things up and let everybody know that I'm okay. There has been some stuff going on in the DBD community. I noticed something specific that I just really wanted to talk about. There has been a scam going on with BHVR. If you don't know, BHVR has released the Joji E2 skins, or I don't know how to say that, but I'm hoping I say it right. But those skins, they have been released, and they look really, really cool. Can't wait to get my hands on them when I get paid. But I guess a lot of people wanted to get their hands on them and couldn't because it's banned in their country. And that's not good. That's not fun. That's not fair. But that's not the scam. The scam is they were banned in the country, but you can still purchase them. That's right, people. You can purchase the skins in a country that they are banned in, and as soon as you purchase them, they don't show up. Well, to that person's surprise, they were like, oh no. Well, I gotta go get my Orexils back by talking to support. And long story short, the support said, nah, bruh. You can't have I can't refund this to you. Which sucks, right? Now, the only reason I want to throw my hat into the ring on this is because I have experience with this sort of thing. And not in the way you think. I kind of have more experience with the support side of this, you know? For those of you who do not know, and this is the first time I'm going to tell you this because, well, nobody should know this yet until now. I actually used to work at a support place like this that mainly involved in games and certain developer or game developer stuff and stuff like that, and yeah, big game companies. I was part of their support team. I actually became part of the supervisor role of the support team. It was all work from home, and yeah. Anyways, now that I got my qualifications out of the way, I just want to dive deeper into this and explain to you guys why this probably is happening and why support isn't doing anything yet. And I mean yet. They haven't done anything yet. And it's just as it's, I don't know whether to say it's worse than you think or it's not as bad as you think. 'Cause either way it's bad. It's bad because, people are paying money for this type of stuff and they're not getting their money back for something they paid for that doesn't show up. Either way it's bad. But I have a theory as to why it's so bad. So here it goes. Alright. I believe, just like other game developers, and I'm talking big game developers like EA and stuff like that, I believe that BHVR has their support out to a third party. The company I worked for had a bunch of third party contracts, right? And what that means is that they outsource their help, their support, to other companies. My company included. Well, not my company, but, the company that I worked for. So what happens is, we're going to start off with the basics. You are a base support employee for one of these third-party companies, and you get a contract to work with, let's just say, behavior in this, alright? So, in that case, what happens is, you start off, usually, you start off with, chat contacts, right? Certain contracts don't have chats or calls or stuff like that. I got involved with chats and emails. In the beginning, sometimes beginners don't start off with emails, but I have had cases where beginners did start off with emails, and it's actually kind of bad because emails are kind of difficult. Which I believe in this instance, it was a beginner. Now, when they contacted them, when the person contacted the support for their problem, what should have happened is that every employee is logged into a Slack program. And Slack is basically Discord. It is discount Discord for employees, right? As soon as that employee got that email from the person saying that they wanted a refund and that this glitch has happened or something like that, what they would have done is that they would have taken that question and posted it in a channel on Slack that only a supervisor can answer. Because refunds, base level people cannot do refunds most of the time. There are times where you are able to do refunds as a base level, but most of the time it is just supervisors that are able to do refunds. And my guess, and like I said, this is just a theory, my guess is this was a major thing that was going on. It was happening probably in multiple countries, and they were probably getting lots of emails. There was like a ton of emails probably coming in, and so they had beginners in the emails. Normally, these beginners do not know how to answer these emails properly. There is usually a script that they have to go by, and as soon as, refunds are asked and everything, then they have to go off script and stuff like that. But you get that. The point where they say they can't refund anything, that is just laziness. Because what they're supposed to do, they're supposed to go into Slack, ask the supervisor, and then supervisor is supposed to answer. Now, I believe on that day, there was way too many questions being posted into that Slack channel. So, because there's only a limited amount of, there are 4 or 5 supervisors. I know when I was working in a support team for game company, there were only 4, 5, 6 supervisors and hundreds of employees working. But they're all in a Slack channel, and so these supervisors have to answer them one by one by one. I remember I used to be one of those supervisors that would research, because you'd have to look around and research and find the answer for the employee, and then type the answer out in Slack, and then you would either A, solve the problem, or B, escalate the problem. Now, what the person, the customer should have done is escalated it to a supervisor. Because if they escalated to a supervisor, then they would have gotten more answers. They actually, if you escalate to a supervisor and say that you want a supervisor, the employee has to go over and ask the supervisor. They have to. There is no magic button that says I'm gonna hang up on you, or there's no they have to, because all this stuff is recorded. Another thing I should mention is crunch with these emails. If they're getting a ton of emails, there is a certain amount of time that you have to answer this email. Usually it's about 5 minutes. You have to answer a certain amount of emails before you get in trouble by a supervisor or something like that. I know I was pretty fast at answering them, but I had like a script and stuff. I had a cheat sheet. I kept cheat sheets around everywhere. Had like copy and pasted in files and everything that I would send out to people. Like if I ever got anything new, I would always make a cheat sheet about that specific problem, put it in a file, and then use it later on. Now, as for the refund itself, sometimes supervisors aren't even able to do a refund. And that's where problem number 2 comes in with being a third party. Sometimes there's only one representative of behavior there that the supervisors can contact. They're usually logged into Slack, waiting for people to ask questions, answer them, stuff like that. But based on that day, if there was a lot of people purchasing these things and a lot of people, answering them and stuff like that, if that was the case that day, and it was the very start of it, then they would have probably been busy as well. So here is my full theory as to what's been going on. A, the person there has no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing at all. And they post their question into the Slack channel. The Slack channel does not get answered because there are hundreds of people asking the same thing, if not other things, and it's not getting answered. The person has a time limit as to when they have to send the email, right? As soon as they send the email, the time limit resets and they have to go answer another email. The customer never asked for a supervisor. From what I read, they never asked for a supervisor. They just got answers from the one person. And they basically said that they can't do anything. Another factor into this can be laziness. I know when I worked the supervisor role, we had people there that were just there because it was a easy, high pay, work from home job, and they weren't exactly, they didn't have a home computer. They got a free computer from the company. They didn't have that good of internet. Basically, I'm trying to do this without being canceled. They were I don't know. It's hard. You know what I mean. They're the type of people that are just trying to be there to because it's an easy job, right? Okay, but you understand what I mean. They don't care about the job. They just care about the paycheck, and that if they mess up anything on the job, they don't care. They really don't. It's the problem with the third party is that there's no quality control in people. Anyways, so that's my theory as to what's going on. I believe that it was a case of laziness, a case of they're not gonna even bother, because based on my experience with being a support person, they should have asked a supervisor, and that supervisor should have asked the behavior support person, or they should have just gone ahead and just refunded, because that's not right. That's not right at all. Anyways, I was just hoping to just give you guys some information, and yeah. What do you guys think of everything? Do you guys agree, disagree? Go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. Yeah. See you around.